Good morning everyone and welcome to the class. We are doing the chapter Human Resources, and under this chapter we have completed our discussion and we have started the extra questions. So we have done 2 questions and now today we will do questions, extra questions only. Okay. So the first question is, what do you mean by population change? So what do you mean by population change? The answer is, population change refers to change in the number of people during a specific time. Okay, so this is your answer. And now we will see the next question. The next question is the factors के बारे में जो question है, that is in your textbook. So we will not do that question. Okay, so now we will see what do we mean by birth rate. The next question is, what is birth rate? So birth rate is the number of births, the number of live births, not births only, the number of live births per 1000 people is known as birth rate. The number of live births per 1000 people is known as birth rate. Now we have next question, what is death rate? So your answer will be this number of deaths per 1000 people is known as death rate. And then we have next question, what is migration? What is migration? So the answer is, migration is the movement of people in and out of an area. Migration is movement of people in and out of a area. And now we have a next question. The next question is, what is natural growth rate? What is natural growth rate? So the answer is, the difference between the birth rate and death rate of a country is known as natural growth rate. The difference between the birth rate and death rate of a country is called the natural growth rate. Okay. And now we have a next question. The next question is, what do you mean by immigrants? The question is, what do you mean by immigrants? Okay, so your answer is immigrants are people who leave a country. Immigrants are people who leave a country. Now we have next question. The next question is, what do you mean by immigrants? What do you mean by immigrants? So the answer is, immigrants are those people who arrive in a country. है ना? Immigrants are those people who arrive in a country. Okay, so this is your about population change. These are the questions, and now we have next segment. जिससे हमारा क्वेश्चन होगा. Okay. So now we have the next question. This is, what do you mean by population composition? What do you mean by population composition? So population composition refers to the structure of the population. Population composition refers to the structure of the population. Then next sentence will be, people vary greatly in their age, gender, literacy level, health condition, occupation and income level. These characteristics of the people are very important to understand. These three lines will be there. Okay, so this is your answer of what do you mean by the composition of the population or population composition. Then the next question is, what is the importance of population composition? What is the importance of population composition? So you will write that the composition of population helps us to know how many are males or females, which age group they belong to, comma, how educated they are and what type of occupation they are employed in. Then comma, what their income levels and health conditions are. ठीक है, ये पूरा आपका इसमें आ जाएगा. आई एम अगेन रिपीटिंग द आंसर. The composition of population help us to know how many are males or females, comma, which age group they belong to, comma, how educated they are and what type of occupation, how educated they are and what type of occupation they are employed in, comma, what their income levels and health conditions are. Okay, this is your importance of population composition. And now we have next question. What do you mean by population pyramid? What do you mean by population pyramid? So you will write down the answer. So your answer is population pyramid is an age sex pyramid through which we study the population composition of a country. Okay, population pyramid is an age sex pyramid through which we study the population composition of a country. This is your answer. Okay, and now we have next question. What does population pyramid show? The answer is a population pyramid shows dash number 1 point the total population divided into various age groups like 5 to 9 years, 10 to 14 years, etc. Then second point will be the percentage of the total population subdivided into males and females in each of these groups. यही दिखाता है, ठीक है. So this is your answer. And now we have next question, and it's about the working population of a country. Okay, so we see, as we have discussed in the class, what do we mean by working population. So we have the next question. What do you mean by working age? What do you mean by working age of a population? Of a country. So you will write down that the number of children below the age of 15 and the number of children below the age of 18 and the number of aged people The number of aged people above 65 years are dependent on the working age of the population, which is from 15 years to 65 years. Okay, then the next sentence is those of the working age are the economically active. Those of the working age are the economically active. Okay, so this is your answer. And now we will see the next question. Why is the population pyramid of a country broad at the base and rapidly narrows towards the top. And why is the population pyramid of a country broad at the base and rapidly narrows towards the top? So your answer will be the population pyramid of a country is broad at the base and rapidly narrows towards the top because the birth rate is high, but a large percentage of children who take birth die in their infancy, and that is why few of them become adults and there are very few old people. This is your reason, है ना? And इसी में एक क्वेश्चन और एडेड हो सकता है कि give one example of such country. Give example of, not one, give give example of one such country. कौन सा एग्जाम्पल हमारे पास? केन्या. Kenya is the example of this type of pyramid. Okay, and now we have next question. The next question is why is the population pyramid of a country broad in the younger age group? Why is the population pyramid of a country broad in the younger age group, है ना. Give example of one such country. Okay, why is the population pyramid of a country broad in the younger age group? To give example of one such country, so you will write down the answer that the population pyramid of a country is broad in the younger age group because more infants survive to adulthood. More infants survive to adulthood. The example of such country is India. Okay, the example of such country is India. And now we have next question. It's about why is the population pyramid of a country why is the population pyramid of a country narrow in the narrow at the base? Why is the population pyramid of a country narrow ठीक है. So the population pyramid of a country is narrow at the base because of lower birth rate. The example of such country is Japan. Okay, so we have completed the chapter, and now in the next class we will start a new chapter.